Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. If I am live. Yes, I am. Wonderful. Okay. Just move this forward a little bit. There we go. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Hello. Hello, Miss Venus. Hello, Risha. Hello, Peacock. Hello, Tatiana. Hello, Leon. Hello, Jan. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Lalima. Hello, Luna as well. Okay, so yeah, I'm feeling a little bit unprepared and out of breath at the moment. Yeah, I'll be with you now. Okay, Miss Venus says you know what I'm going to ask. So the current event, shall we say, most recent. So looking at that and perhaps what it was, what it was, or who it was. Is the music loud enough? It sounds very quiet to me. Okay. So we have the first question is Tatiana, so I'm going to just look at that. So Tatiana says, is someone... Oh, actually, guys, just before I do get into that, I do have cards today, so I know that you love questions, and that's fine. If no one chooses a card, don't worry, that's fine. But we have these love ones today. They're a little bit better for you to see because they're not holographic. We have Shaman's Dream again, using those again. I quite like the artwork on those, so yeah. And Akashic Tarot as well. So do not feel obliged to choose a card. Questions are fine. But yes, Tatiana. So, is someone using dark magic on me, or am I manifesting this myself with my toxic thoughts towards myself? Okay, so there's no dark magic on you, but if there's something specific that you feel is manifesting, you can ask about that. If you don't want to say it on stream, you can message me privately on email or Facebook, and I will check that. If it's something like specific that's happening that you're worried about, because you can absorb negative energies from around. You can come in contact with spirits, with negative spirits without dark magic being cast on you, and you can also have psychic attack without dark magic being cast on you. So yes, feel free to follow up with another question on that if you wish. So Miss Venus, I'm going to check our chat because I know that I have yet to look into an entity, which I did say. I'm going to bump that up if I can remember. I really hope I do after the stream. Oh yes, that's another important thing. So the stream must finish in 2 hours. I don't have any longer. So yeah, I will be doing like my check-in, my May finish here. You know how I put that in the chat. Maybe after the first half an hour to 45 minutes, I will like check in, see who's still in with us and things like that, and start to wind down there because I do have to finish in 2 hours. I cannot go over, but I can get to messages afterwards. So just reading Miss Venus's message here. Yeah, so for some reason I thought that Miss Venus, had said that for you it was more on waking up. So it must have been someone else in the chat, and I had just mixed that up. So really sorry about that. Because I try my best to remember, you know. Um, yeah, I try my best to remember what people say. If you see me like staring over there, I have chat here and there now. So just yeah, just bear with me. But Miss Venus, did you want to ask about the this experience? So sorry, guys. I was literally in the middle of messaging Miss Venus before I jumped on, but because can anyone hear the washing machine in the background as well, or are we fine? Okay, yeah, I'm going to look into this experience. Um, so I was thinking we both really feel that it wasn't negative. I definitely feel it wasn't negative. So yeah, I'm going to look into this. Okay, so this was a realm shift. So yeah, so this was a realm shift, and so I think you said you were asking for like a sign that it was good, and you got the light, seeing the light. So it was positive. It is positive. Um, But yes, it definitely does seem like a new experience. It seems like it might be a new guide, not necessarily like totally new to you, but trying to connect with you stronger now, you know? Um, yeah, like trying to connect to you more, trying to communicate with you a little bit more now. Um, uh, in a different realm, like within our our space, in a different realm within our space here. Um, but yes, a realm shift. So a interdimensional guide that is of Earth. So that they are of Earth, but they are of a different dimension. That is what is coming through. And I'm well, thank you. I'm well, thank you for asking. Yeah, you're always welcome to post a question. Yeah, everyone's always welcome to post questions. The only issue is if I have to cut off for time, then I do feel bad and I am sorry, but I hope that everyone gets a few questions answered. So I think I said hi Luna, hi Risha. I don't think I saw Risha before. So sorry. Um, so Miss Venus, does my friend Lino have romantic feelings for me? We used to like each other in high school and connect very well. Yes. That comes as yes. Jan, when will Kayden contact me? Around 4 to 5 days. 425, not 45. Peacock. What should I do for my highest good with the work offer this unreliable client is giving me? What? Okay. What should I do for my highest good with the work offer this unreliable client is giving me? Take it or leave it. Okay. So take it or leave it for Flower Beauty. Leave. That comes as leave. Thank you, Leon. Yes. Remember to like and subscribe. If you are already subscribed, please like, and if you are new, please subscribe. If you are new, you can refer to the banner. It's quite simple. If you can just put your full name and date of birth with your question, that is best. That really, really helps me. But if you can't, if you feel like, you don't want to put your full name and date of birth online, which, on stream online, which I understand, then message me through Facebook or email, which are both in the description of this video as well. So, then Risha. Risha, do you see me getting into private university for my master's in chemistry or government university? I'm really worried and scared about that. Okay. This comes as private. Private. I feel like I'm not speaking properly today. Sarah, has Richard enjoyed his time here this weekend, and what his thoughts and feelings on me and my new hair? Oh, okay. Yes to enjoying the time, and yes to the physical attraction, liking your new look. So thoughts and feelings. Yeah, thoughts and feelings seem to be very stable now. They do seem to be very stable. They do seem to be very, you know, there's that love still there, that attraction is still there, and that feeling at home when he's there is still there. So that's really good, and um, yeah, because it seems stable. And we've definitely gotten through chaotic December energies, so you guys seem okay. Now we can just keep a check on how things go upward, upward trajectory now, let's hope. Um, Miss Venus says, excuse me for a moment. Miss Venus says, Lino and I, we are soulmates, non-romantic, and we were wondering if we have previous lifetimes together. Have we been together before? Excuse me. Yes, and same as friends again, friends. Hi Jasmine, Lalima. Should I join the offer by Ganesh with prep or just prep to clear the exam? Just prep to clear the exam, yes. Yeah, I thought the music was lower for some reason. Bear with me one moment. I mean, I usually have it on 6, but maybe it's the mic or something? I don't know. Ooh, don't want to knock the crystal ball over. Thank you, Miss Venus, as well. Thank you for letting me know. Excuse me. Risha asks, is A the one I'm going to get married to, or is there someone else? Yeah, someone else is very prominent. Someone else comes through very prominently there. Jan, when will Am no longer be frustrated and clingy with Caden? It looks like around 3 weeks. Tatiana, you're welcome. You're very welcome. I'm sorry. I feel like there's something in my throat. Okay. Tatiana, when will I get a new job? Okay, so it looks like there's two possibilities, or two possibilities that are most prominent coming through. So one is a like a position that you apply for, and this is around 3 to 4 months. And the other is a self-employed type of role, and this is more around the 6-ish month kind of area. Sarah, what's Richard's thoughts and feelings on the baby now? We have got all of the baby stuff ready, and I'm 37 weeks today. Excited and nervous, which I think like keeps coming through with him. Jasmine says, "Do I have abandonment issues?" This comes as yes. How does Stacey feel? Oh, sorry, Miss Venus. How does Stacey feel about me after our talk on Friday? Yeah, so the feelings still feel quite similar in terms of the ones that were negative, the ones that were positive. We were seeing the negatives were things like being kind of I think like a sore loser was like the kind of energy like I was going for, even though she it's not about winning or losing, but that kind of energy, like this kind of it's not necessarily jealous. It's not a jealous energy, but it's kind of like a just almost a little bit of a competitive type of nature. It's hard to describe exactly what it is that feeling, but I was talking about these like negative sides to her feelings to you, and then these more positive sides, which were like the respect, recognizing your ability, capability, responsibility, and all of those things. So there was that more of a like the negative side's more of a internal own issue, shouldn't really affect work, and the positives were about work. So it feels like they are kind of the same, but the balance is better now. The balance is a lot better. It really feels like the positives are higher. Outweighing the negatives is what I meant to say. Lalima, how is the energy around the career related spell? Okay. Okay. So the energy still feels like really vibrant. It still feels like it's kind of going off in different directions, like different opportunities, different possibilities, amplifying look, amplifying. So when a kind of like door opener or like career kind of spell works in a way where it opens different possibilities, it it really it really kind of how can I describe it? Increases luck. So that's what I'm looking for. So increases luck. So it's like when it's not like you do a spell and then you don't have to do any work. Of course you have to apply. Of course you have to make decisions. So I think a lot is around the luck side of that. So what you apply for, you will most likely get. The percentage chance of you getting what you're applying for is much higher, much stronger. But also do feel like at the moment there's still this kind of branching out where what I feel like it feels like at the moment there's this branching out, which is like a road opener type energy. But what it does feel like is that it's kind of trying to work in a way where it directs itself to the highest opportunity, or your preferred opportunity, kind of not singling out, but minimizing the opportunities to bring about the best ones, basically, is yeah, minimizing all of those opportunities, all of that kind of luck energy, to just hone it in on and bring about the best ones, the ones that you want, the ones that you would want, the ones that you would go for. So it does seem more in the stages of, it's no longer branching out, but it's kind of coming in now to minimize, to have those, so say there may be around 2, 3, 4 really prominent opportunities that it will focus on and amplify. So that's really good as well, because when our luck heightens in a work, or in a work, success, road opener, energy type of work, what we really want is the best possible chance for the highest possible, like, ability, if you will, the highest possible possibility, sorry. So yeah, it looks like it's kind of honing in a little bit more now. Hello Samaya, hello. And Akriti Raj, hello as well. So it does look like everyone, Tabitha, I feel a little bit connected to your energy. But yeah, I don't know. It looks like we have a few new people in, so. If you are new, please leave your full name and date of birth with your question. And yeah, it just helps me to connect, because if you go to like a psychic or a medium or anything in person, they connect with your energy because you're right there in front of them. But online it's a bit different, it's a bit more difficult. If people have, a lot of you guys do have like your full names, which is good, but pictures as well. Pictures are always good, but a lot of people on YouTube have, names that are just like nothing to do with their real name, and they don't have pictures, so it's difficult to connect with the energy. So please do refer to the banner if you are new. And for your first few questions, just comment your full name and date of birth to just help me hone in on that energy. That would just really help me. Thank you very much. So let's see, sorry. Where are we up to here? Yeah, I can talk about spells and like spell processes for days, so I'm getting a bit lost here. Yeah, okay. Sorry. So I don't really know how far the chat has gone down. So as you guys know, I can't stay too long, so I'm just going to put my checking in already just in case. So you can still comment after this, but it's just so I can kind of check in, see how far we are. So, because the chat is quite like long, if you haven't put your full name and date of birth, I may still do your question. But please do bear in mind that it's not going to be very accurate. If you're new, if I've never connected with your energy before, the people in the chat who don't put their full name and date of birth, I've read for them so many times that I can just connect with their energy, We're just like rarely connected. But if you're new, then, or even if you've only just been in a few times, like Tabitha here, I kind of feel like we've connected. I really do feel like that, but I'm not quite. It's almost like I'm almost connecting with the energy. So yeah, it's a bit like, I would do the question, but it might not be completely accurate without that, so. So Miss Venus, I think, was the next one, sorry. Oh no! Have I scrolled way too far down? Oh no. Jan. Oh, Jan. Here we are, sorry. So Jan, I have a feeling that M and J don't like each other and are stirring the pot for Caden when he hangs out with one or the other. Is this true? No, there does seem to be a little bit of kind of cattiness or something going on like under the surface a little bit, but there doesn't seem to be too much in terms of a, planned like manipulation kind of game going on. But there is a little bit of friction there, yes. Tatiana says I don't feel awkward to have a reading here, to be honest. Um, yeah, like when I say things like if something's a bit private, like sometimes if we're experiencing a psychic attack or a curse or something like that, the effects can't might just not be something you really want to discuss. So I just like to try to be accommodating. Some people are, but they would rather they would rather kind of um yeah, just message. I mean, some people message in private, and then they message in private, and then I just do the reading for them on screen, and then reply back to them just so that for some privacy. Lalima, what could be the possible cause of me always getting distracted or diverted due to things or myself when I try to focus, and what could I do to help that? Okay. Spell of your moment. Um, I think the difficult thing with getting distracted and with motivation is that we just have to kind of push ourselves, you know? There isn't always something you can some huge reason or something you can do. Sometimes we just have to really push ourselves and understand that what we what we want is, you know, should be motivation enough for us to do that. And if you're not feeling, if you continue to get distracted from something, then it may be that you don't actually really want it, you know? Because if you really wanted something, um, you would be motivated to do it most for the most part. I understand anxieties, depressions, things like that. Um, but I think for the most part, when you really want something, it will happen. You will do it. You'll be motivated to do it. I mean, I get these sometimes where I'm so overwhelmed because I have so many readings that I kind of feel like, oh my gosh, what if I don't get all these done today? And what if they go overdue? And what if, like, someone sends me, like, an angry message and things like that? Like, I do worry sometimes, but because I love so much what I do, I'm just rarely, I just rarely go for it. And I just rarely just push myself because sometimes that is what you have to do. You just push yourself. I think sometimes it's not just a I mean a specific cause or a specific kind of thing. Um, Luna says, can I have a card from Shaman deck? Yes, I'm really loving the Shaman one at the moment. So here we are. Oh, it has really nice artwork. I don't know if you can see. So this is the wall. Obstacles. So obstacles getting in the way, the wall. So, yeah, so we have the wall and we have obstacles. So there may be something in your path. There may be a block in your path to your desires and to your manifestations. And this is kind of just it's a warning in a sense, because, you know, when we're trying to manifest something, or we're just heading towards our desires, you know, putting steps in place to reach our desires, when we're doing that, it's obstacles will come up, of course, you know. Obstacles are a part of life. Challenges are a part of life, and obstacles are challenges. So we can't always get around obstacles, but knowing that they are going to come, knowing that they are kind of, you know, they are going to come, but they also will pass. But knowing that they're going to come is a key thing. I think sometimes in readings, like when I do readings, something will come up like this, like an obstacle, or like there's going to be someone, you know, who really doesn't have your best intentions at heart. And so there isn't always something you can do to prevent that from happening, because there is life missions that we have to, you know, life lessons that we have to have. But knowing that this may happen can help as well, because when we have obstacles, you know, things may go wrong. You may feel like you're coming up against the wall. You may feel like you're being delayed. You know, you may feel like people are letting you down. But it is just a thing that happens, and something that we have to deal with and and sometimes just see through. You're welcome. Miss Venus, how does Julie, the boss of my boss, feel about me? She is a negative person for sure. I'll put the name on Facebook Messenger. Oh yes, I saw that. I will check that. Check that now. Okay, so the feelings about you, they do feel kind of, they feel passive a little bit. So a little bit kind of almost like a disregard a little bit. Um, and there is there's definitely, I mean, her negativity is coming through, is definitely coming through. And there's definitely a kind of overlooking kind of energy as well, like almost like this person, this could be someone who prefers to, you know, in a work sense, perhaps prefers to have someone kind of um like buddy kind of up to her kind of thing, you know, someone who wants someone who's going to kind of like sing her praises kind of thing. Doesn't seem like someone who is very yeah, not really concerned with people who are not really on doing that, not really on that level. But there is a kind of passiveness. So there is a kind of passiveness with this energy, almost like a a second thought. And there definitely is that negativity, but the negativity does seem overarching. So it seems like a personality trait as opposed to it seems like a personality trait as opposed to a about you, you know, a thing that's about you. Um, so, excuse me. So yeah, so that negativity really coming through, but it doesn't seem directly about you. So just bear with me. Yeah. So there is still some of that kind of recognition and understanding, recognition and understanding of you and of your I don't want to say potential because it's not potential because you're actually doing it, but your who you are, should we say, who you are, or what you're doing, a recognition of that. There is definitely a recognition, but the energy just feels very, very passive, almost like she could walk out of a room and put not just you but anyone out of her mind. So I'm feeling very much, getting very much a sense for this person as a person, um, but yeah, um, it's not overly negative because the things that are coming up, the negativity and this passive kind of energy and this like wanting people to kind of be running around after her kind of energy feels like a personality trait. But then about you does seem like it seems very similar to the positives that I was talking to about Stacey as well. So it does seem like there is a recognition of that, but again, there's a passiveness over that as well. So it's positive, but it's just not very vibrant. It's just not very forefront, should we say? Risha, if I pursue A and send him follow request, what will be his reaction? Will he accept, or should I not do that? Okay. It's like a 45% possibility. 45% that he will accept. I'm sorry for being a bit distracted at the moment. At the moment as well. Really sorry about that. Um, Jan, why didn't Caden reply to me asking how are you? The 6th after he texted me. The 6th was the last text he sent congratulating me. So it feels very much like he wasn't in the headspace to have a kind of continuous flow of conversation with you at this time. It does feel like he didn't really want to get into something before he felt ready to get into it, if that makes sense. Tabitha, will my personal business bring in money soon? Yes. So I'm guessing a yes on that. And I do feel connected to her energy, so I'm hoping that that is accurate response. Jasmine, should I go to see a clinical counsellor, or am I capable of counselling myself? I feel like I can counsel myself, but a certain someone keeps telling me I should go see one. Okay. Yeah, so it definitely couldn't hurt. There's this kind of this kind of it's it's okay if you don't, and it's okay if you do kind of energy. So you are a really strong and powerful person. There's no kind of there's no kind of adverse effect, or something really negative, really bad is going to happen if you don't. It's not that kind of energy. But I'm getting a yes. So I do feel like it's this kind of case of perhaps you could do that for a few times, see how you feel, see how that experience, maybe getting some things off your chest or something. I don't know how that experience plays out, but there is a very kind of, it's in the middle because You don't have to do that. It's not like you know, it's you're not like in this position where I would be pushing, where I'd be seeing it and I'd be saying yes, 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 please, please do. It's very much a yes. It you know, it could give you some alternative insight, but there's nothing that is really calling me to push you to go, if that makes sense. Which of course I would do. I am a proponent of mind, body, and spiritual healing, and we should always look after all three of these. You know, or mental health, or physical health, or spiritual health, of course. Bruna, hello, Bruna, hello. If you're still with us, Sarah. What does Richard's sister Sam think of me now? Is she happy about baby and Richard coming back to me? Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, it doesn't feel too different from the last time I checked, but there definitely is a softening with that emotion towards you. You know, like a kind of, what was I really worried about? She's pretty good person, doing the right thing. You know, definitely a softening towards you. Lalima, you had told me to ask you again for the approximate location again with the highest possible in nearest future for the next abroad venture for work, if that could be checked. Yeah, I need to push like everything else that's come through with that question out of my mind and just do it like completely from scratch. Just bear with me one moment. I'm going to take a moment just to thank the members while I do this. I just need to do something for one moment. Oh, there we are. Yeah, so thank you to the channel members. back. It wouldn't come back. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I need to clear my mind a little bit. Just for a moment. I feel like I've checked so many times for Lalima on these questions, and I need to really hone in because so many opportunities come up. Like when I look in the ball, it's like these little dots everywhere. So I really want to hone in on what is. So let's see. Highest possible in the nearest future for the next abroad work. Highest possible for the near. Highest possible in the nearest future. Nearest future. Okay. Okay, so Dubai is coming up there, which is strange because I've always kind of seen it as like a low percentage, but I think that when I look, I'm looking for I'm looking for high abundance, not not like nearest abroad adventure. I'm looking for like high, really high um high abundance and long lasting as well. So there's a lot of kind of things to look into when we're looking for work, when we're looking for abroad, you know, is it the experience that you want? Is it like a long term thing that you want? Still really seeing America coming up as the more um longer time frame possibility. But but it's yeah, so it's the longer when I say long okay. When I say longer time frame I mean to you now. So it not so Dubai being soonest and then America being higher abundant but further away from you now and long term. So yeah, really trying to be as clear as I can when I do this. Lalima says, "I'm so sorry for that." No, it's fine, and you know what? It's good because you just have so many opportunities that can come to you, and it's all about you honing in as well. So yeah, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, I just feel like my mind is um yeah, at a bit of a block with that because I always see this abundance of possibilities. But now as well, so we checked that, but we also checked on the spell work as well. And as we begin to see all of these branches kind of hone in and form just a few possible ones, I think that will become easier as well as the readings progress as well with that. It'll be a bit easier as well. Tabitha, is Antonio who I will end up with long term? There is a possibility of this, and it's like 60, 65 perhaps, and that's what I'm getting right now. Yeah, yeah, like I said, full names and date of birth really help. But I feel like I am connecting, so I am feeling. I mean, I wouldn't usually get a percentage if I wasn't connecting, so I feel like I am, but yeah. Jasmine, is there generational trauma in the woman on my mum's side of the family done by a male in the family? And he kept saying sorry, but he wouldn't say what it was. Can you tell me what it was in short? So, is there generational trauma in the women, sorry. Is there generational trauma in the women on my mum's side of the family done by a male in the family? He kept saying sorry, but he wouldn't say what it was. Can you tell me in short? Okay, so we're looking at mum's side of the family. Something done by a male in the family that has caused trauma. So we're looking for what that was. So something done to something. Sorry, let me just get this straight in my head. So something done by a male in the family that caused generational trauma to the women in the family. What did the male do? Am I getting that right, Jasmine? So something done to a woman in the family by a male that then caused generational trauma in the family. Am I guessing it right? Am I guessing it right? Okay, let's see if we can pick this up. Oh, okay. So this seems to be very magical. So this seems to be very um yeah, so it's like dark magic. But yeah, it does seem to be very magic based. Yeah. And it doesn't really seem to be like this person was dabbling and didn't know what they were doing as well. It does seem like there was a lot of knowledge on this, a lot of knowledge on this topic. Um, yeah, so very like purposeful, intentful. Okay, so there was like backlash with this. So it was a purposeful and intentful magical um, practice, magical ritual, perhaps you could say. Um, and the so so there was a sacrifice. So there was a sacrifice involved, and the sacrifice was supposed to be the sacrifice was supposed to be a specific female, specific female. So it was kind of like a, how would you say it? I suppose. I suppose in a way there's a naivety about what he was doing. You know, thinking that. I mean, of course, it is not nice to present like someone as a sacrifice anyway. So the sacrifice was intended to cause harm, cause issues, cause you know, all of these things in this person's life, and in return for further powers, further everything else, you know, riches, whatever this person was trying to get, you know, but it does seem like there was so they were naive in the sense that they thought it would just be this one person, but it went down the line of the family. It seems like quite far back as well, so it does seem like this was quite far back. Um, yeah, and I'm not laughing at that, by the way. It's like it's just when I laugh, I'm laughing at me trying to explain myself and trying to explain what I'm seeing. So it does seem like it's way back, like you know, generations back. But it does seem like so it's almost like they all practiced, but they're not quite. It's like they all practice, but they're. I don't know. I suppose greed just get the better of people. You know, where they're like, okay, yeah, I that person is okay as a collateral damage to what I want. But it didn't quite work out as just that person. It does seem like there was a knock on effect with that. So I'm not really sure, from what I'm seeing at the moment, whether this person was actually used in a ritual sense, you know, like very hands-on kind of like human sacrifice kind of sense, or if it was just, you know, I offer up this person, you know, to the deity, you know, because people do work in that way where they will um you know, not actually bring in the person and do any harm to them, but offer them as you know, this is what I offer to this deity. So that's not like completely clear on what's coming through there. But it does seem like the intention wasn't to affect more people and further people. Jan, would you say M's feelings for Caden are more so borderline obsession rather than love? It just seems she's likes the idea of him and got super attached. No. There doesn't seem to be like an obsession energy there, no? Sarah, does Richard does Richard's mum know he's coming here next weekend with his clothes and staying here till after I've had the baby? Yes. Thank you, Leon. Oh no, Leon just said can't hear it. Oh my gosh. I hope it's okay now. I hope that was from before. So Luna says, how will I meet the right person? It seems like you will meet online. That comes up quite often. It seems like you will meet online, yes. Um, KK, it says you're doing any background noise, so hopefully that has changed. Samaya, hello. What is coming in my career regarding a new job? Feel like stuck, very difficult for me to find a job. Yeah, so we don't do full readings on here, so I will just go over. I'll just go over the kind of how we work. I am still going to do like a question here, just because I know I probably won't get to the end now. Actually, that's a good point. Let me just put may finish here. I may have to finish before. Because I am limited on time today. I say that a lot, I know, but with these unscheduled ones, I with these unscheduled ones, I sorry, I'm trying to find where I was up to because I have to go all the way down to type. Um, with these unscheduled ones, it tends to be that as soon as I just have a spare 2 or 3 hours, I jump on. So I do really apologise that they're not scheduled, but a lot of you are coming in, so that's very, very good and very, very nice to see. But just for in case anyone is new in the chat, in case I do get to you, full name and date of birth before your question, please, and specific questions for the crystal ball. So not full readings like what's coming in money, what's coming in love. Much more specific. So you could say, when will I get a new job, or should I choose this or this? You can give like 2 options or 3 options or something like that. You can ask, yeah, so it doesn't have to be a yes or no, but just quite specific if you can. I love looking into things that aren't that specific, but sometimes they do take time. Like, especially spiritual questions, I will always go in. Like, even if they take a long time, I will look in because they just interest me so much. That's why I do this, because I'm so spiritual. But yeah. So just so you know. So yeah. So the question was, Samaya, hi. What is coming in my career regarding new job? I feel like it's very difficult to find a job. Okay. Okay. So there is a bit of a challenge, and there is a bit of kind of a going against the tide kind of energy, which when I do full readings of people, this can come up. There can be slow paced movements, there can be momentum, there can be pushing against the tide, there can be going with the flow. All of these different energies come up, but what I am seeing is much more positivity and vibrance in your opportunities around February and March time. So if you're definitely still apply, still look, still do what you're doing, but around February and March time, you're having much more luck, much more positive energy around career, around finding a job there. Jasmine says, I also was told that there was an ancestor present with me at the time that practiced white magic. Is she still around? And if so, is she still willing to work with me and teach me what she knows? Yes, and yes. So that's actually really nice to balance out what came through before. Yes. So it does look like. See, that's interesting because was there a lot of magic in your lines? You know, because Jasmine is a manifester, so we will see Jasmine manifesting some things in the near future. I feel. Sarah, love card. Yes, of course. Okay, so there we are. So it is consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. So of course, we know you are very, very committed to love. You're very, very committed to Richard. But considering your foundation, it's more so, I mean, look, we can see the beautiful home, like your home that you've made very beautiful. You know, foundation. So it's very affirmative about what you already have, the foundation that you already have, because you have a foundation, you go way back, you have roots together, you have children together, and I feel like it's just kind of a case of keeping positive with it, and yeah, keeping really positive with it, because even though things got very bad the other month, December has gone by quite well. I know you would have liked him to move in, but at least that energy of that really chaotic energy where I sort of saw that he may go, into a bit of a downwards spiral, that did not happen. We did not see that energy. So that's like a huge positive for his healing and for his mental health, and really speaks to his healing and to his mental health. So, even though like the moving in part is kind of, it's like he stays, he feels comfortable, he does whatever, he talks about it like it's his home a lot of the time. Yeah, we're still waiting on that. But apart from that, things are looking very, very good. Like, I am so grateful that December disruption did not happen. So So Jasmine says, "Can you tell me her name and what time period she lived in?" Now, I do feel like you, I say this a lot, I know, but me getting names come through. I mean, sometimes they come through so easily if I'm channeling, but sometimes not. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mark that, because what I'm going to try to do this month, I know I already have I have one members channeling stream available, scheduled, not available. Why do I never have paper when things happen that I need to write down? So I just grab this. Okay. Oh my gosh, ruining my whole. Okay. Excuse me. So we have one members channeling scheduled in, and what I'm trying to do is do two this month. So do two instead of one, so that if you guys, because it's kind of like I kind of like make you choose. Do you want your POI channeled, or do you want a spirit guide channeled? So what I would like to do is let you have both if you choose to. So if you only want one, that's fine. But if you would like both, then I want to do two streams for that. So the female ancestor, white magic, and time period. Because I usually ask you guys, do you want a specific POI, a future spouse, soulmate, twin flame, and all those things, or spirit guide. And when I do spirit guide, sometimes I hone in on like the spirit guide that comes forward the quickest, or the quickest usually if I'm on stream. So if I just make a note of this, that this is who Jasmine wants to come through, instead of, you know, just saying spirit guide and then an angel coming through, or her fae guide coming through perhaps, then I will make a note of that, so it can do that and get a name. Oh yeah, let me note that as well. Get a name. But yeah, so I'm going to try to do 2 channelings. If you wanted, like, say, so you can choose POI, soulmate, twin flame, like one of those kind of romantic ones, and a spirit guide, or you can choose 2 spirit guides. So you can have a specific one, like that one, like Jasmine's one, and a different one, whatever one wants to come through. So yeah. So I hope that's okay. Then we have Miss Venus. Yeah, it wasn't just kind of startling. These experiences are kind of shocking to me. Yeah, I think that I mean, I suppose the more and more that they happen, the less and less shocking they will be, but you know, I think the important thing to think of when you're a natural is that a lot of people really try to have those experiences, you know? Jan, does Em think she has a chance to be in a relationship with Caden? No. Lalima, Acacia card, yes, of course. There we are. So we have the Willow. There. And the Willow is quite a nice card, but the Willow talks a lot about absorbing things. So being someone who absorbs a lot of energies, a lot of information, a lot of emotions. You know, so you might be an empath, you know, someone who is particularly as well an emotional card. So because it often points to people who are empaths, and it's kind of saying that you're an empath, you absorb a lot of emotion, so you absorb a lot of other people's emotion as well as your own, and that you may need to release a little bit because you're really it's positive in the sense that you can absorb information and you can absorb you know, positive things, but when it comes to emotions, which is what the card's really pointing to, you may absorb negative emotions from others around you, you know, and you may be taking them on as your own as well. So taking on too much in your own life to achieve your own goals, you don't want to be taking on anyone else's anything, you know, emotions, whatever it is. So it's really just a kind of to be mindful, to release your own emotions in a positive way, but also to be mindful to, you know, protect yourself a little bit from absorbing others' emotions, and you can't really help if you're an empath, apart from closing your aura in when you're in very crowded spaces. You can't really help that, you know, if your friend or your loved one or your family member is going through a difficult time, you're going to have that, you know, that empathy, but very much close your aura in closing your aura in times of being in too much chaos, you know, crowded spaces and things like that. So it is very much about emotions, balancing emotions, being in tune with your own emotions, understanding what is your own emotion and what may be empathy, what you may be picking up from other people as well. So just really thinking about that. When an emotion does come up, you know, is this really my emotion, or can I release it? If it is my emotion, can I release it in a healthy way? If it isn't, can I just, clear it, cleanse it, tell it to release? Bruna, hello Bruna. What do Brandon Andrews, my boss, feel about me? Romantic side. So I think. Are we asking if Honella has romantic interest? Oh no, sorry. Are we asking if Brandon has romantic interest? Is that the question? Is Bruna still here? Is the question, does Brandon have romantic feelings about you? Is that the question? Yeah, I see a message from Bruno there saying I didn't receive my reading. I go in order. And I get tons of messages, and I don't like to rush. I like to take my time, so I can't help if I don't get to your reading right away. Yeah. They're free readings, but there is a case of patience being here. Patience is required. Yeah, I think so. Is Bruna still here? I think Bruna has gone. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down the chat, and I'm going to. So I would like the butterfly emoji from people who are. Oh yes, there we go. Bruna says yes. Okay, so let me check this then. Did you give your full name and date of birth? Or your date of birth, sorry, your full name is there. Oh, I've worked with you before. Yes. Okay, let me see if I can connect. Oh, don't know what I've done here. Bear with me. Yeah, let me see if I can connect here. So asking, does Brandon have romantic feelings? Yes, there are romantic feelings there. There are some romantic feelings there. It doesn't feel like super strong, but there are romantic feelings there. Yeah. So I don't know because I have to be finished in 45 minutes, and I'm not even at my. Let's see how far I am from my checking in point. Oh gosh. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll down to my actually, yeah, butterfly emojis if you are still in, please. If you're still in and you still have questions to be answered, please leave a butterfly emoji. If you can't find it, just type butterfly, or copy and paste someone else's if you can. Okay. I'll just wait for a moment. There we go. Okay. Okay, so what we will do, for you guys who are still in, please put your the question you most want answered. Still, put a butterfly and then the question you most want answered. There, And what I will do for these people who I have not read for yet, so Jan, I've read for a lot. Luna, maybe only once. Anakushi, I've not read for on the stream yet, I don't think. Tana, not yet. Natna, not yet. And Jasmine, barely. So let me just see. If I haven't read for you at all, then please feel free to write a couple of questions. If I haven't read for you at all on the stream, please feel free to leave a couple of questions next to your butterfly. If I have read for you quite a bit on the stream, then just maybe one or two. And then we'll see how to go from there, because I just think it works better this way rather than answering questions for people who aren't here anymore. Yeah, it works better this way. Please like the video if you haven't already, and please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And there will be a few more crystal balls coming up. Okay, so it's good to see. We do still have some people with us. Thank you, guys. Do please like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already. So just noticed a message from Jan there as well, saying I'd love both POI and Spirit Guides. So yeah, I'm going to do my best to do that. 2 members channelings, and then we can kind of organise them, Spirit Guide, POI. And if you don't want one of either, then that's fine. And you don't have to have both, of course. Yeah, we have a little bit of time left. People who didn't get many questions answered can put more than one question. It's just people who put a lot of questions, because people. So it seems like people who see me go live, right away, put like a lot of questions, and then there's people who just come in a little bit later, and then unfortunately they don't get a reading, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm going to start doing it this way, just to try and make these streams, where they're kind of like the free streams, and we want to give everybody a bit of a chance, because members do get their own crystal balls as well. So I just wanted to make sure everyone's having a bit of a chance here. Okay, so going to begin with these butterfly ones now, but if you, like I said, if you didn't get many questions answered, do feel free to put a few more in, and I will go, for as long as I can go. I don't have very much longer left now, but yeah, thank you guys for your patience, and thank you for liking the video as well. It means a lot to me. So let's see here. Okay, Radhika says, when will Vivek call me? What's coming for me in love and career? Okay, so I do explain this quite a lot, but I know there's always new people coming in and out. What is coming for me in love and career is the kind of theme of a full reading. So that would be a full reading. That would be 30 minutes, if not more, if not 45, for love and career. I do full readings, and they are on my website here, and they are very reasonably priced, secretfrequencies.com, but specific questions for the crystal ball, please. And not to I don't know, single anyone out, because it happens a lot, and I know not everyone hears me every time I say it. People come in at different times, but for the crystal ball stream, it's specific questions. But what I will do is when will Vivek call me, and I'll pull you a love card, and I will pull you a Akashic card as well. So when will Vivek call me? So this is for Radhika. And do feel free to correct me if I pronounce your name wrong. Okay, so this is coming as around 3 weeks. Sorry to say that. Yeah, so I was going to pull a love card as well, and a Akashic card for Radhika there. So we have physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. So sometimes we get this kind of message when that kind of, those gestures, those physical touches, are the love language of the person who is currently in our life or who is coming into our life as well. So yeah, there is it's sometimes things as well that we kind of forget to do sometimes, where we're sat, on our phones, on our laptops, watching TV. People don't really, give each other massages or, be very, loving like that in a sense, much anymore. I can't speak for everyone, but is a a thing out there that they say. So physical touch could be the love language of the person coming in your love path or your current current person as well. So let's look at the Akashic Tarot there. Okay, so we have the waterfall. So the waterfall is very much about emotions. So it's about emotions. It's about being. So there can be two different meanings to this card. So think about which one this is for you. So I will say the first one. So the first one is that you. The first one is that you may be over emotional. So you may be an over emotional. Sorry, sorry about that. So the first one is that you may be over emotional. You may be being too over emotional. You may be, it might be being over emotional may be a trait of yours, or it may be a phase that you're currently in where you're a bit too over emotional. So it's kind of like keep a check on, who you're expressing your emotions to, and when, what time, are you like stopping to think, are you, taking a moment, taking some deep breaths, in these times, are you being too over emotional, are you acting when you're emotional, because we can act, when we're over emotional, we can act, out of that emotion, so anger or upset, whatever it is. So that is the one side of it, is that you may be acting out of that emotion. But the other side is also that if that doesn't ring a bell with you, if that doesn't sound right, the other meaning of this card can be that there's someone who's going to try to get an emotional response out of you. So someone coming into your life, or someone, who's going to try to provoke you in some way. So be very mindful that someone may be trying to provoke an emotion in you. They may be trying to provoke an emotional response, and you don't really want that. So just, again, taking the deep breaths when that happens. Theodora, yes, we're running out of time, but I'm getting to what I can get to with these questions. Miss Venus, how certain is it that I'm due to meet my soulmate by May? I'm wondering if there are any influences that could delay this meeting. I don't want it to keep delaying. It seems like it always does. Okay. Okay, so the time frame to May seems pretty set, because it does seem like there are a few opportunities on that timeline. So I think if you remember back, it was, I can't remember if it was December, January, or it was January, February. It was around January. I know that. So if you remember back when it was that time, there are still some opportunities between that time and May that are coming up, and that are prominent and possible. So it seems very likely that you will, and it doesn't seem very likely that there will be more delays, because May seems like a kind of cut off point more than a you have to wait until May. It seems more like a cut off point, if that makes sense. Nat says, who's coming to me in love? Someone I know or a new person. Okay, someone I know or a new person. Let's do that, and that's for Nat. A new person. And Akriti, should I look for a new job or continue in the same? Which will be better in the long run? Okay. Okay, so it's looking like a new job will be better in the long run, but it's not quite now that you get the new job. It seems a little bit further future. It doesn't seem quite yet. So if you're applying or anything like that, you may come up against blocks for a little while until you get something, because it seems like a new job is a higher prominence, but it doesn't seem like you're ready yet, or it's ready yet. Sarah, when does it look like he will go into labour? I will go into labour, and will it be induced or happen naturally? And is the health of me and baby okay now? Yeah, Sarah just throwing in her 3 questions for her 1 question. Okay, let me see how many we have here. Okay. Sarah, I'll go back to your question if we have enough time, just because I did answer quite a lot of yours, and there are people here who didn't really get questions answered, so I want to be as fair as possible. So, Anna Creasy, will me and H be together? We had an argument. If yes, by when? I will be less distracted on the next stream as well. What the hell? Okay, sorry. Anna Creasy. Will me and H be together? We had an argument. If yes, by when? Okay. It's looking quite unlikely. It looks like a very low prominence, I'm sorry to say. Sorry to say that does look like a low prominence. Tana, hello. What do you see for me in regards to career, and when will I be able to get a job? Okay. Yeah, so it looks like there's a high prominence of an opportunity around April time. And what I'm really seeing here is training. Like, I'm really seeing training, study, something further needed in this position, but you will enjoy. So it seems like a kind of a positive energy, a positive energy around that. Luna, can I have an Acacia card, please? But my question, not urgent, if you have time. Oh, I didn't see your question. I didn't see it. But I will do the Acacia card, yeah. There we are. Okay, everyone's had forces today. Everyone's had forces. And they are shuffled, by the way. Forces. One of forces, the Akashic Field. Okay. The Akashic Field is a very nice card. The Akashic Field is very much about being kind of in touch with your spiritual self, heightening of spiritual senses, heightening of connection to the divine and to spirit guides, divine and spirit guides especially. I mean, the Akashic field, you know, I could speak too long about the Akashic field, but there is a big theme in this card of coming to higher senses yourself and coming to higher awarenesses of things yourself. So when we have like those kind of signs, synchronicities, you know, intuitive feelings, it's like a heightening and more clarity in messages. So if you have clairaudience, claircognizance, clairvoyance, it's like tuning that in. You're going to tune that in a bit more and really have like a kind of a feeling of understanding of your specific place in within yourself, but also within yourself, but also within the greater, you know, civilization, the greater humanity, you know. So a further understanding, strengthening your understanding through the divine forces and through connection with the divine forces. Jasmine, should I keep my LinkedIn account in order for Phil to reach out, or are we done communicating through there? He has tried to reach out at all. Has he tried to reach out at all through there since I stopped talking? Okay. Okay. With him, it seems a lot more like going to and then not doing it, going to and then stopping himself, going to and then kind of catching himself in this idea of I've made a decision. So it really feels like no to a communication that you don't know about. Yeah, it really feels like it's not quite going through with it. So Anna Kuti says, what are Varun's, sorry if I pronounce names wrong, intentions for me? Does he want money or is he serious for me? Okay. Okay, so money itself isn't coming through very strongly, but there does seem to be an ulterior motive, a different motive. So I would probably tread lightly with that, if at all. So Maya, hello. Will I ever complete a software testing course and get a job in that field or different job by March? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it really seems most likely that you will complete a course, that you will complete a course and get a job in that field. That seems most prominent. That you will complete that course and get a job in that field. Yes. Nat. Nana, you're very welcome. Thanks for allowing us an extra question. I wish I could be on for longer, but I can't tonight. What I'm probably going to do is do some. I will either do. I'm thinking more often but shorter streams because that will just help. That will probably just accommodate Leon's schedule better. And I do have to work well with Leon. So if we can maybe try some more shorter, because sometimes I go for 4 hours on Crystal Ball. If we can try to do maybe 2 to just over 2 hours per stream, but more often, I think that would be really nice. And I especially think with the people that kind of, you know, it gets to maybe 40 minutes and they leave, then it's really good for those people of you those of you who have stayed. And then you can put your butterflies in, you can actually get, you know, some questions answered because everyone else who's left is kind of gone. So yeah. So when will this love show up? thanks for, oh yeah, and thanks for allowing, yes. So when will this love show up? Okay. Okay. So I'm getting like a time frame of between April and April and June. So sorry. April and June for you there. Thank you, Leon. Yes, if you are new, please do subscribe because I'm going to be doing this more often. Um, I always try to aim for once a week, but if we can keep them to short streams, then we probably can do that. So that'd be really great. And sometimes more than once if we can. Um, Hello. So AB, thank you very much for giving your name again because I know I've connected with you before, but I know that you know I've connected with you before, but I don't remember everyone like remember everyone's energy like really straight away. So it's really nice of you to do that. Um, so let me see. Um, what are the thoughts of Chris towards me? Okay. Okay, so there is attraction and there is some positive energy, kind of like, oh, I want to say more like magnetism than attraction. I don't know. It feels like kind of like a draw to you, and there is this positive energy, but there also seems to be this kind of um a block in some way. So it's it's something like it's something within so something within Chris that's kind of like I don't know how to put it. It's almost like feeling in a way that he's not in a place to or doesn't feel ready to. So that may not be with you. So it may not be like I feel this draw, this kind of pull to this person, but I don't feel ready to pursue them. It feels more like I feel this kind of draw to this person, but I don't know where I am in myself. I don't know exactly where I am in myself. So there's a lot of, you know, the inner feelings about themselves that are getting in the way, as opposed to anything to do with you or the connection with you or anything like that. The energy towards you generally does feel quite positive. So yeah, that's what comes through. Soulstar, hello. People are putting like 30 and like 16. Thank you guys, that's really sweet. Um, let's see. Oh, we have two new subscribers. But I know some of you are already subscribed. So Soulstar, I'm really sorry, but if you're new to the chat, you need to put your full name and date of birth. with your question for the first few questions. So if you've been in once, like perhaps a long time ago, or even if it wasn't, I need the full name and date of birth with the question, just to help me connect, because I can't always, if someone doesn't have their full name on their YouTube name and they don't have a picture, it's very hard for me to connect with the energy. So I do need the full name and date of birth to connect. I feel like we've spoken recently. I feel really familiar, but I can't quite place it. So it's I mean, I will do the question, but when I'm not fully connected with the person's energy, I feel when I'm not fully connected with the person's energy, I feel less accurate in my answers, basically. And the more that we read with each other, the more that I read for you, the more the closer the connection becomes and the more accurate the questions are. But I will do it because we are getting on now and we do need to finish. So does Akagra Bat Nagar still love me? So I tried. I know I didn't pronounce it wrong, but I tried. Going to connect with this and see what I can get here. Okay, I'm getting a yes, but like I said, please, if you're new, even if you have been in like a stream or two, full name and date of birth with your questions is best, just to help me to keep getting connected with the energy, and eventually I will be able to. Okay, Theodora says, will I get a job at the clinic where I wanted to volunteer? And then we'll do a love card as well. So will I get a job at the clinic where I wanted to volunteer? This comes as yes. And then the love card here. There we are. So it says, honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So, that's not to say that you are not honest, but sometimes when we get messages like this about honesty as well, honesty is essential. Is someone not being honest with you? It's not always that you're not being honest. It can be someone not being honest with you, or it can just mean that the throat chakra in your connection is having a bit of issues, and you need to resolve the throat chakra connection within your romantic connection. Antonella, hello. I feel like Antonella, I'm really sorry, Antonella, if you asked quite a few questions. I feel really bad for people who came in a little bit late today. Not late, but you know what I mean, because I had to be finished in 2 hours. So it's a bit, I know one of you here is on Facebook, so bear with me logging into Facebook here as well. So is the person from Facebook still in the chat? I would just like to know that. Okay. So Antonella asks, so I'll just wait to see. Just wait to see this Facebook person, if they are still here. So, Antonella, is Daniel in a serious relationship with the girl? Serious relationship with the girl he's involved with? Will it last? Okay. Yes, it's serious. This seems like kind of 50-50 that it will last. It seems like verging a little bit more on yes, but it's very close. So I would say like maybe 55% that it will last. So it's serious, but whether it will last long term with only being 55%, it's kind of a give or take. It's kind of it could or it couldn't. Yeah, it's very it could be yes or no with that. It's leaning to yes, but you know. Thank you, Miss Venus. She says to anyone that wants your question answered right away, remember you can also donate. Thank you. Yes. We do take super chats now. So very, very nice. Okay, so Wolfie, yes, okay, I see. Thank you for your subscription. Oh, I don't see your question. she's on Facebook, but I don't see the question. Okay, Hans Coco, Kelly, what is SM feeling towards me? Okay, this looks very neutral at the moment. So this looks very neutral. It's not negative, it's not positive. It looks very kind of hit or miss, I suppose you could say. There's nothing negative there, so this could be there's opportunity, but there's nothing overly positive. There's no really vibrant, high energy there. Thank you. Yes. So, Baby Wolf Doll, I will do your question now. Thank you for date of birth and full name and Facebook. Thank you very much. Okay. Do you see me going to so baby Wolfie Baby Doll? Sorry. Do you see me going to visit for a foreign country this year? Yes. Yes. That comes as yes. You're very welcome, Anna Creasy. You are very welcome. Yeah, so I hope everyone who's still here who put So I hope everyone who is still here, yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone has had a question answered. So I am going to do this. I'm going to try to be a bit sooner about this as well. So I think that I will do a 45 minutes in, check in who's in, and work that way, because then it's just a bit better, and you guys who do actually stay in will get more questions answered, because it's kind of unfair that people jump out, then maybe I answer their question as they're jumping out. It's not really fair. So I'm going to do check-ins more regularly throughout the stream, and hopefully try to answer more of your questions. So I do apologise that this was a short stream. So yes, but we are going to likely do I'm just trying to turn, there's an alarm going to come up and I'm trying to turn it off. So I am going to try to do more frequent streams, but they may be shorter. So yeah, but I will schedule them so you can see when they are as well. There'll always be the odd few that won't be scheduled, where I will just jump on. But thank you very much for joining. I hope that you new guys who have come in, even though you may have only had one or two questions answered, I hope you will stay with us, because we do a ton of other readings. If you look on my upcoming streams and even my past live streams, you will see how many different types of things we do here. Past life reading, starseed reading, spirit animal reading, palm reading, room reading. Yeah, we just do a ton. Aura reading as well. So yeah, so if you're new, please do check out the upcoming streams. Check out the upcoming streams. Check out the past streams, because if you're interested in any of them, I can do them again, of course. And yeah, I really hope to see you guys soon on the next stream. And Crystal Ball streams will be more regular, but a bit shorter. So we will stick to this method of the emojis in the chat, checking in the chat. So Nelly does say, please can you answer my second question? So I'm going to go ahead and do that if Nelly's still here, because I know you only got one question answered, so I do empathise with that. I saw it a second ago. I saw it. How does Daniel feel about me? Oh, yes. There is still a care there. There is still a care, and there is still this kind of positive energy, but it just seems very kept, kept in a place, kept in a place in the heart or in the mind, whatever you would say. It doesn't seem like it's something that's continually revisited. It does seem like something that is there's positive kind of memories, positive emotions, but it does seem for the most part that it's quite disregarded, not thought of a lot, if that makes sense. So I'm really sorry. I'm always so sorry to give answers that aren't the answers, aren't positive answers. But thank you so much for joining, guys. So I'm going to head off now. Yeah, let me just see. So everyone definitely did get at least one of you new guys coming in here. You're very welcome as well to those of you saying thank you. And I will see you very soon, because there will be another very soon. So love, light and blessings to each of you. Hope to see you soon.